What's going on, James here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at what is arguably one of the more popular candidates for this upcoming Buccaneers head coaching vacancy. It is Kris Richard, the defensive back slash defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. And man, let me tell you, when this guy has a lot of interest from the Buccaneers fan base, I mean it, okay? A lot of people want this guy to be the Buccaneers head coach almost as much as Bruce Arians. I know a lot of people really want Bruce Arians, but a lot of people want Kris Richard too, and there's a lot of good reasons why, and let's get into those reasons right now. Starting things off, for what made Kris Richard famous, this guy was the defensive coordinator slash defensive backs coach for the Seattle Seahawks. That's right, he helped basically really build this Legion of Boom, helped them make really good, helped out, really low-end draft pick Richard Sherman become this super lockdown cornerback that he is today and has been for a long time. He helped lead the Seattle Seahawks to a Super Bowl win, and he was able to do some phenomenal things there, especially after Dan Quinn left. Dan Quinn left, he went to go be the head coach of the Falcons, which boo, Dan Quinn sucks. Kris Richard came in and almost made the defense better in some ways, It wasn't perfect at sometimes, but it was certainly really darn good, which then gave him an opportunity to go to the Dallas Cowboys, where things got even freaking better. He, was the defensive backs coach slash defensive coordinator. He was the one calling the plays, essentially, for this Dallas Cowboys defense this year. And the Dallas Cowboys defense had an insane turnaround. The past couple of seasons, they've been really mid-tier, kind of average to slightly below average as in terms of their overall defense. And this year, they've done awesome things, okay? They're one of the top defenses in the league, and this guy is one of the reasons why, okay? He does phenomenal work with secondaries. He does phenomenal work with overall defenses. He's a really smart guy. He's only 40 years old. So he's relatively young, all things considered, and he seems to just get defenses, which I freaking love, okay? I love that a lot. This guy seems to be really smart, and he really seems to know what he's doing regardless of what team he goes to. They've had some pretty darn good success wherever he's gone. And the best part about it is he specializes in secondaries. He specializes in secondaries. Let me say that again. If this guy were to be the head coach, his specialty would be secondaries. Now, like I've said, a lot of people, offensive versus defensive, people have kind of scrapped that a little bit this year. They kind of just want an overall good, strong leader, a good, strong coach. Kris Richard, again, like I said with George Edwards, like I said with Eric Bieniemy, the Buccaneers have been doing a really good job so far of bringing in overall good, characteristic leaders, people who are really no-nonsense and will get the most out of their guys regardless of the situation that they're in. It really helps out that Kris Richard specializes in secondaries because secondary is one of the biggest needs for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year. You have Justin Evans, you have Carlton Davis. You still have a lot of questions, though, after those two players. What's going to happen with the other safety position? Is it going to be Jordan Whitehead? Is it going to be Andrew Adams if he stays with the team? What's going to happen with the #1 cornerback position? Is it going to be Vernon Hargreaves? What's going to happen with the rest of the depth for that cornerback room? You have MJ Stewart, Ryan Smith, Javian Elliott, Devontae Harris, among others. Brent Grimes is probably on his way out, so it is what it is. But you have a lot of questions, but you also have a lot of potential there as well. I think Kris Richard could be a really good head coach to get that latent potential out of guys like Jordan Whitehead. If Vernon Hargreaves is healthy, I really think that he could show why he was a former #1 draft pick, first-round draft pick, I guess I should say, not #1 overall draft pick. But I really think that Kris Richard could do a really good job of tapping into the potential that this secondary has and really making this defense look dominant again and look like the defense that helped win the Buccaneers the Super Bowl. The talent's there. You have talent on the defensive line. You have talent at the linebacker position. You just need another really nice defensive-minded head coach like the Buccaneers used to have in Tony Dungy to come together and bring this defense back to the greatness that a lot of Bucs fans know it can be, or at least want it to be, I guess I should say. And Kris Richard is not only one of the Buccaneers fans' top picks, he's also probably one of the Glaziers, Jason Light, and the law firm that's helping, not the law firm, the search firm that's helping Jason Light's top picks as well. But guys, that's going to be it. I'm sure I'll have more updates as they come out. I'm probably going to make one more video talking about John Lynch and all the fun stuff that's going to be happening with that. But let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section below. What do you think about Kris Richard? What do you think about all the other candidates that I've made videos on up to this point? About them all getting interviews? Do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Somewhere in between? What are you guys looking for in a head coach? Me, like I said, a strong leader. That's always good. I do like that a lot. But I still, who knows? Maybe maybe I still might prefer a defensive guy, Vic Fangio. You know, I kind of like him a lot, but Bruce Arians is still probably my top pick, regardless of what I think about having a defensive-minded coach. I love Bruce Arians, so we'll end up seeing what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, I'll see you in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.